Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Amanda and I do random videos, reviews, and vlogs from the eyes of someone in their late 20s. So feel free to subscribe if you are not already. For those who don't already know, I live in San Francisco and I was born and raised here. I basically lived here all my life except for the years that I was in college. So I moved back home and I live with my parents in San Francisco because it's crazy expensive. So I am still living here today. I currently work at a tech company. Surprise, surprise. I work at a tech company in the Bay Area, Silicon Valley. It's been over 5 years since I graduated and I'm still at the same company that I started at right after I graduated college. So that's a little unheard of in the Bay Area. Usually people jump from tech company to tech company all over the Bay Area, and for me to stay at the same company for over 5 years is just crazy. People usually jump around like after 1 or 2 years, but here I am. So it has been about 5.5 years at my company. And I feel like if you're from the Bay or if you work in the Bay, you know this, or this may sound familiar, but when I tell people that I've been working at the company that I have been for over 5 years, the reaction I get is always like, how come you haven't moved to a different company? How come you haven't switched jobs? How come you haven't jumped around? Maybe you should change companies or change jobs, blah, blah, blah. And I have changed positions within my company in the last 5.5 years, but people I feel like are just used to seeing everyone else just bounce around from company to company, and that's kind of like the new norm, and they kind of think it's weird that I'm still at the same company since I graduated college. And I don't want to get like super dramatic, but I do feel like shamed for it a little bit. Like I always get like, why are you still there? Or aren't you gonna look for somewhere else? Or aren't you gonna leave soon? It kind of makes me feel embarrassed or shamed for staying at the same company for so long. And I don't think that staying at the same company is a bad thing. So I kind of wanted to explain why I stayed at the same company for my whole career so far. And I just kind of want to show that it's not a bad thing, that you shouldn't make people feel embarrassed for staying at the same company. And yeah, just want to show you my perspective of it. So here we go. So when I'm interviewing people and they ask me, so what is your favorite part of the company? Everyone always says the people, whatever. That's literally true. So I'm not even gonna lie, people is really like number one, along with culture. So people and culture together really make the work environment so great, and I just love working there because of it. Like, I love the people that I work with, and they make working here so much better and just make my life so much happier. I'm not even sugarcoating it. Like, my coworkers are like so amazing and they are so friendly and nice, and I just couldn't have asked for better coworkers. So shout out to all my friends who started out as my coworkers but who are now my friends, because we got really close. Like, we're like this. And I just feel like we connect on a totally different level than friends that I've made through high school or college or middle school. Like, it's just a different type of friendship, and I just really value that. Everyone at my company is just really helpful and friendly. I remember when I first started out as a recent college grad, like, I would have all these questions and I didn't feel like a burden when I asked people for help. And I thought that was really nice of people to take time out of their day, to take time out of their busy schedules and like all the projects that they're working on to really help me out. And even if it took like half an hour to solve something, like, they didn't make me feel bad, and I don't think they felt annoyed or anything like that for helping me. And when you have nice or friendly coworkers, it just makes it a lot easier to work with them. I also feel like there was a lot of trust. So they trusted me when I first started, and gave me a lot of responsibility from the beginning, even though I had like not much experience going into my first full-time position out of college. I was just given trust like from the get-go, and I thought that was really valuable, especially for someone my age. They didn't micromanage, they didn't like watch over my shoulder, they didn't really care what I was doing when I was working, as long as I was getting my work done. And they also made me responsible for like important projects and put me on big name clients and customers. And I thought that was really cool to be given high visibility work like in the first 1 or 2 years. They really trusted me to get my work done as well, even though, you know, this was my first job out of college. Along with being friendly, I feel like my coworkers are just genuinely very nice and caring. They really go out of their way to celebrate birthdays or anniversaries, or they even celebrated my engagement like a year ago, and I just really appreciated that, and it just makes you feel valued and loved as a coworker. They're also really understanding when it comes to like family or, you know, things that you have to take care of, like personal time. So when it comes to taking PTO or when something comes up with family, they're very flexible and they will do everything that they can to like cover for me or take over my workload so that I can handle certain things or take time off, because I think everyone deserves time off. So I think that's really valuable. And I feel like I've been really blessed and lucky to have such great managers so far. So they really put my career and personal growth as a priority and really listen to what I would like or what I am interested in and really try to take the steps to get me there. So I really appreciate that. I think impactful work is something that everyone wants to do and wants to feel important. And so being given important work or like actual customer work from the beginning or something that was really highly visible from executives was really key and really important to me. And I really appreciate that. I wasn't given like all these tiny little tasks and that was it. Like I actually had like real customer work or had calls with customers, or I got to create a report for customers, and it gained a lot of visibility going up the chain. And I constantly get complimented on that till this day, even though I stopped doing that like a year ago. And so it's just a good feeling to like be appreciated by people like your manager, your manager's manager, your VP, your director. So that's just really nice. Another thing that I really appreciate and love about my company is the flexibility. So one, we have an unlimited PTO policy, and some may see that as like a bad thing, but I feel like when you really need it, I think it's a really good thing. I also really value the flexibility that my company offers, and it's made my job a lot easier. So my commute is about an hour or more one way, and so over time I was able to work from home one day, and now I work from home an average of 2 days a week. So I've really appreciated that flexibility and that ability to work from home and just kind of do away with that commute for a couple days of the week. That really helps just like my health and just like my ability to like take some time to rest from that long commute. I also feel like there's an amazing work-life balance in my role, and I see a lot of people who don't have that, and it's just, I appreciate that even more when I see that not everyone has that. I don't always have to take my work home with me, which is really great. I don't usually work on weekends, so it's just a nice balance, and that really helps me mentally refresh and recharge every week to really do my best during the week. And finally, the last reason why I like working at the company that I do and why I've stayed for so long is the career opportunities and the growth opportunities that I have. I've changed roles a couple times. I've switched from one team, why can't I say this? So I've switched from that's not even right. So I've switched from one team to another, and then in the second team, I've really grown in a couple different roles. So I've really liked that, I think, because our company is growing so much that there is just so much opportunity for growth there and the opportunity to move around. People don't make you feel bad for leaving the team or pursuing something else that you're passionate about or you would like to learn more about. And it's really challenged me, and I've been able to grow, which is great. I feel like not that many people get that opportunity to move around as easily within a company. So I think that's really cool. So overall, the reason why I've stayed at a company for so long is because I genuinely like it here. Just the environment is great and the people are great, and I I'm not too stressed out. I think that's really great for my mental health, not to be so stressed out. I really love the work-life balance and the flexibility to work from home. And oh yeah, I can also bring my dog to work, which is great because then I save money on doggy daycare. So that's a plus. And my coworkers are totally supportive of it and love Kona. So I couldn't have asked for better coworkers because yeah, I am just really happy where I am and I love who I work with and I love the environment. There's not that much I would trade that for. Obviously my commute is longer than most people. I feel like even if I make less than other people, I am just genuinely happy and love where I am now. So I don't think it's worth it to give all that up. This is just my perspective. Like obviously it's just my opinion, but I just want to say that like maybe there is a reason that people stay at the same company for so long and maybe they just really love where they work. I hope this shows you why I've stayed at the same company for so long, and I don't think I should feel bad about staying at the same company. I feel really proud because I work at a company that I'm proud to work for and that I love to work at. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's pretty different than what I usually do, but I'm kind of interested in sharing more personal life with you, especially as someone in my late 20s. I just want to share my opinions and perspectives and my experiences with you. So if you enjoyed this type of video and like this type of real talk, please hit that subscribe button and I will see you hopefully in the next video. Please give it a thumbs up and see you in the next one. Bye guys.